Hi, and welcome to another week of online learning. I will apologize in advance. I will probably be doing some coughing through this, but it was suggested that perhaps I wear a mask while I do the video. So we will see how this works. Well, I hope you are ready for some new learning. Let's go. Fourth level, we are going to start working with graphs. There's a variety of different types of graphs, and the graphs are really they are a visual way to relay, display, or interpret data. So the first type of graph that we're going to talk about is the pictograph. A pictograph is made up of pictures in a graph form. The definition of a pictograph is a way to show data using images. Each image stands for a certain number of things. This is an example of a pictograph. This particular graph, it has a title. The title is Pounds of Apples Sold in One Day. There are 3 stores listed, and there are some pictures, not very artistic, but you get the idea, of apples. Now, data-wise, this graph is missing something. It's missing something important. It's a key. It's to tell us, what does the picture mean? So here we're identifying that the first column is the store name, and each picture of an apple represents 10 pounds of apples sold. Now we can understand a little bit more of what this pictograph is showing. And these numbers are not very realistic, but they'll serve the purpose of interpreting this graph. If a whole apple is equal to 10 pounds, it says that Walmart 10, 20, 30 sold 30 pounds of apples in one day. In case you do not know, LBS is the abbreviation for pounds. Meijer sold 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds of apples in one day. Kroger sold 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and here I have about half of an apple. So if a whole apple is 10 pounds, half an apple would be 5 pounds. 70 plus 5, 75 pounds of apples in one day. With this information, I can answer some questions. Which store sold the most apples? According to this, that answer would have been Kroger. Comparing the pounds of apples sold. How many more pounds of apples? So let me start again. How many more pounds of apples did Kroger sell than Meijer? So we're comparing the amount of apples that Kroger sold to Meijer. So if I want to know how many more pounds Kroger sold, I'm going to take this Kroger number and subtract the Meijer number. Over here we have the Kroger number minus the Meijer number for an answer of 35. So Kroger sold 35 pounds more. How many fewer pounds did Walmart sell than Meijer? So I need to compare Meijer and Walmart. It says, how many fewer pounds did Walmart sell than Meijer? Meijer sold 40. Walmart sold 30. 40 minus 30 is 10. So how many fewer pounds did Walmart sell than Meijer? 10 pounds. Did Walmart and Meijer together sell more or less apples than Kroger? How much more or less? So now I'm going to combine Walmart and Meijer together. Walmart's 30 and Meijer's 40. 30 plus 40 is 70. Walmart and Meijer together sold 70 pounds of apples in a day. Kroger sold 75 pounds. So Walmart and Meijer sold 5 pounds less. Kroger sold 5 pounds more. What's the question asking? It's asking, did Walmart and Meijer together sell more or less? They sold less. How much more or less? Walmart and Meijer sold 5 pounds fewer apples than Kroger. The big thing is paying attention to what questions are being asked. When you know what the question is being asked, you will know how to look at the graph, interpret the graph, and how to answer the questions that there may be. All pictographs are going to have some sort of an image, some sort of a picture, and the picture has to have this key to tell you what one image is equal to. It just has to. If not, when it says pounds of apples, I guess you could look at it and without a key interpret that as each apple is worth 1 pound. But that isn't necessarily true. Your graph, if you create a graph, a pictograph, you have to have a key that tells us what is this graph showing. So it's a title. You have to say, identify what you're describing and what the pictures are representing. So it's 10 pounds, and probably I should say 10 pounds of apples. And I should capitalize that because it's a title. It actually doesn't have to be. It's a key. It's not a title, it's a key. This particular graph is a horizontal graph. You read it from left to right. It could be oriented like this, where the pictures are going up. Okay? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what the orientation is. You can see pictures in the pictographs going either direction. Excuse me. Bottom line, interpret the graph, derive meaning from it, answer questions, and move on. I could go on and on and on with various examples. However, it's all pretty much the same. You look at the picture, you analyze the data, and you can then answer questions related to the graph. So I am not going to continue with multiple examples because I really do not think you need it. Please be sure to attend a Zoom meeting with Fran this week so that you can ask questions and check in and see how we're doing with our graphing work. Make sure to look for assignments on Google Classroom. You will need to log into IXL to do the work that I am assigning on IXL. And please be sure to enjoy your week. This is a shorter video because I really don't think that you need a long one. I think that you are able to take your time, analyze the graphs, do the work, and I think you'll be just fine. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for joining me.